feel really satisfied. I've lost 14 pounds. I can fit into my pants again. I don't feel miserable. I feel really good in my body.
I've had the best experience. I think we're heading into week 7 this week and I've already lost 7 kilos. Emmy is with you every step of the way.
So we are 6 weeks down. I have lost 6 kilos, which is amazing. Woo! Whoa, stop right there, honeys. It is 2020, it is a new decade, and if you don't know, I've actually been doing this thing since 2015. I've been making these videos since 2015. I am a nutritionist, and I could not be more confident in the approach that I take my clients through in weight loss. 2020 is the year of weight loss. Like I said, I've been doing this for 5 years. I went through nutrition school and I have fine-tuned the method that I use to help clients lose weight. And now is the time for you to adopt this method. It has been tried and tested and changed, and it is just so perfect now. I could not be more excited about it. And with that said, the doors for Slim on Starch are open for January 2020. So if you want to apply to work with me and my team so that we can guide you one-on-one to lose weight through a plant-based diet, click the link in the down bar, or you can go to healthyemmy.org/apply so that you can send in your application. We're gonna look through it. If we think that you'd be a good fit, you'll be invited onto a call where I will speak with you. And if we feel like this is what we want to do, like, yeah, we feel good about this, let's do this thing, then I will invite you to join the Slim on Starch program. So I am so excited about this, and let me just talk about that program a little bit more. So when I say my team, who am I talking about? Well, first I'm talking about you. You are the captain of this team. And then there's me, and then there's Coach Rachel, a registered dietitian, and then there's Coach Kiki, a master's level therapist. Both Coach Rachel and Coach Kiki went through Slim on Starch themselves. They're past clients of mine. And so I wanted to have people working with you that actually understand you, know what you're going through, and they're freaking experts. Rachel is a registered dietitian, and Kiki is a therapist. So I mean, we've got you covered from all bases. We have Rachel that's looking through everything that you've eaten through the week as you're taking pictures and uploading them into the platform that we use. And she's going through everything and tweaking what you need to do so that you can get to your weight loss goals. And then we have Kiki, who's working through the mindset with you, the behaviors around food that you just can't seem to break, the thoughts that you have around food that are causing negative outcomes with your weight. All of those things, Kiki is like a ninja with that stuff, and she's gonna give you the tools that will absolutely change your life. All of this happens within our platform, and your platform is it's an app on your phone, and you're able to go in there and watch all of the lectures that I have for you every week through the 8 weeks. You get your plate builders in there, you get recipes in there, you get a bunch of stuff, but I mean, that's not what this is about. Yes, the program is absolutely loaded. We give you restaurant call scripts so that if you're going to a restaurant, you can call up the restaurant and you can just read the script that I've given to you so that you can get the meal that you need. We give you the hunger and fullness scale so that you can go through and stop going from ravenously hungry to, oh my God, I'm so full. And you can follow that scale and learn what it feels like to get back in tune with your natural hunger signals. We give you all of this stuff. We teach you how to build your plate, but that's not really what this is about. It's about the personalization that you get from myself, Coach Rachel, and Dr. Kiki. We check in with you every single week, and you have all of us completely dedicated to you for the 8 weeks to make sure that you don't fall through the cracks. This is the last weight loss program you will ever join. We are that dedicated to you, and we want to make this work for you. So if you are beginning to believe that 2020 might just be the year that you make this happen for yourself, click the link in the down bar or go to healthyemmy.org/apply. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about exactly what you have to do if you want to lose weight in the year 2020. I'm talking about the 3 things that we do with all of our clients to make sure that they actually lose weight in a sustainable manner and are able to keep it off. Because here's the fact of the matter, guys. Losing weight in 2020 is like walking through a freaking field of landmines. There's keto, there's paleo, there's macro tracking. It's like, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do? There's so much information out there, and I'm all about keeping it simple. I am the queen of simplicity, and I want to tell you the 3 things that you have to keep in mind if you want to make your weight loss simple, easy, and effortless. These are the 3 things that we do with all of our clients. First thing that you have to do is to recognize the true problem with your weight loss and act on it. And you might be wondering, how do I know what the true problem is? Well, do you ever say to yourself like, oh my God, I have no willpower. What is wrong with me? Why can't I stick to that diet? That's under the mindset that you are the problem. But I'm here to tell you that you are not the problem. It's the food that is the problem. You are not a food addict. It's the food that's addictive. And Coach Kiki, who is the mindset coach on the program, when she first came to the program, I remember we were talking and she was like, Emmy, I'm a sugar addict. But here's the thing, Kiki is not an addict. Kiki's a wonderful person, as you will learn when you work with her. It's the sugar that's addictive. You know what's so funny is that cocaine, for example, is when we take the coca plant, we turn it into a powdered white substance, we snort it up our nose, and that's a drug. But when we take sugar cane, we turn it into a powdered white substance and we eat it. Apparently it's food. No, and it's an addictive substance. So when somebody's addicted to cocaine, you don't say to them, how dare your body be like that? You are so horrible for having a body that's addicted to cocaine. If anybody tried cocaine, they're probably gonna enjoy it. And the same thing happens with sugar. So you are not the problem, it's the food that's the problem. And you have to remove that shame and guilt and make it a very objective situation and realize that there is nothing wrong with you and that we can change your reality by changing the food. The second thing that you must do is embrace your hunger as a human. Because of the dieting world, we are taught that hunger is a bad thing, and we're taught to sort of escape our hunger. You know that meme of SpongeBob where he's like, that is what we are supposed to be around hunger, as the dieting world tells us. But actually, hunger is a wonderful thing because it tells us how much food we should have. And you might be saying to yourself, Emmy, I have no idea how much food I need. When I'm hungry, I eat until I'm Thanksgiving full, and there is no in between. And that's because of the dieting world that has conditioned you to try to escape hunger, and then you eat something and you're like, give me all of it. That, once again, is not your fault. It's actually a case of your hormones being all out of whack because the ghrelin and the leptin levels have been affected by the processed foods and by the denial of food. And that's okay because we can fix that. Because what we're gonna do is once we change the food and we get you onto the whole foods plant-based diet, your hormones start to regulate so your leptin and your ghrelin are more in tune and allow you to actually decide, am I hungry, am I full? And then what we do inside Slim on Starch, at least, is we give you the hunger and fullness scale so that you can learn how to work your way from 0 to 10 down the hunger and fullness scale and realize that there actually is a scale between hungry and full. And we don't want to be hungry, we don't want to be full, we want to be on that scale for the majority of our lives. And by embracing hunger, we're able to travel up and down that scale and find the place that feels good to us. Hunger is an amazing thing because it allows us to fuel ourselves with exactly what we need. We don't want to escape our hunger, we want to embrace our hunger. If we try to escape our hunger, we get into the binge restrict cycle. That is no good. When we try to escape our hunger, we always end up overeating. But when we embrace our hunger, we avoid overeating because we're always going to listen to our body. If you don't eat when you're hungry, you're not going to stop when you're full, which is why it's so important to embrace our hunger so that we can get back in tune with what our body is asking of us and always tell our body that we're going to give it what it needs. Because if we don't do that, then our body is led to believe that it's not going to get what it needs, and then we could get into the binging, which we don't want to do. I want to say that again. If we don't eat when we're hungry, then we're not going to stop when we're full, which is why it's so important for us to embrace our hunger as opposed to avoid our hunger, which is often what the dieting world tells us. The third thing that you must do is to make a long-term plan. As humans, we love instant gratification. We live in the Amazon Prime society. In fact, I put on my Instagram story that there was a vacuum on Amazon Prime and I could get 1-day delivery, and I didn't need that vacuum that day, but I needed the 1-day delivery. There's something about getting something so quickly that just feels so good. And unfortunately, if we do that in terms of weight loss, we're setting ourselves up for rebound weight gain. And so what I often see is that when people get onto this new diet, they're super excited about it. They want to lose the weight and they want to lose the weight right now. And so they go super strict. They go balls to the wall. They're not eating any junk food. But when you do that, you actually set yourself up for failure. Because let's be real, are you not going to have a cookie for the rest of your entire life? Honey. So what we want you to do instead is look long term and say, you know what, there are times in my life where I'm gonna wanna eat things like a cookie, or I'm gonna wanna go to the Italian restaurant and have the bread that they put on the table. Or at the end of a long work week every once in a while, I'm gonna wanna go out and get some chips and have a margarita or two. And when you actually recognize that and you allow for that flexibility, looking big picture, I'm not going to tell you to have chips and a marg every single night, but looking big picture, doing stuff like that every once in a while actually is going to contribute to your success. When you swear something off for the rest of your life, it makes it the big red button that you want to hit. And when you say that you're not going to do something, you automatically want to do it. So we really, as humans, we want instant gratification and we want to do what we're not allowed to do. And that makes it really hard when it comes to weight loss. But if we look long term and we allow ourselves to be imperfect, that is what allows for weight loss. They say that perfect is the enemy of done, or something along those lines. Like perfect prevents done. If you actually want to lose the weight, drop the feeling of perfection. And a great thing for you to say is that instead of saying, I have to lose this amount of weight in the next 2 weeks, say by the end of the year, this is how much I want to lose. And you grant yourself that wiggle room so that you actually can achieve something in the long term. Because the fact of the matter is that you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be good enough. This is what my client Liv said when she first got into Slim on Starch. She goes, I haven't even been perfect, and look what happened. I lost 3 pounds. I think it was 3 pounds that she lost right away. And that's what happens when we just relax and our body says, thank you, I'm not so stressed anymore. Because another thing is that cortisol is the stress hormone, and when we get stressed and our cortisol levels rise, that encourages us to hold on to belly fat. Yeah, that's a no-go. I don't want to do that either. And for that reason, we really want to de-stress and just look long-term. So go ahead and share this video with somebody that's trying to lose weight in 2020 so that you guys can do it together. Maybe join Slim on Starch together, and we can all work together to make you the best version of you. Make sure that you like this video, hit subscribe, and go to healthyummy.org/apply so that you can work with me and my team in the Slim on Starch program. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Woo!